Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to my Zeah Day 1 video. Just a heads up, this is not going to be like a super in-depth guide where I show you the best ways to get 100% in each house and stuff like that, but rather, it's going to be more of a general guide where I show you how to get started in each of the houses, kind of give you an overview of Zeah, what kind of content is offered, and give my thoughts on it. So first of all, let's talk about how to actually get to Zeah. There are two ways to get to Zeah. The first and most simple is to come to the southernmost dock in Port Sarim. If you go all the way to the right, there's a man by the name of Veos. Right-click on him, click on Travel, and he will take you to Piscarilius, which is one of the areas located in Zeah. So in order to unlock the second way to get here, you actually have to pay some money. So once you've arrived here via Veos, you should be standing on the Piscarilius dock. What you need to do then is run to the northwest, towards the Dark Altar, and you see this little symbol right here. That right there is a fairy ring, and you actually have to spend money in order to unlock it. So once you've arrived here at the fairy ring, and again, I'm going to pull up my map just so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It is just north of the library, which is again just northwest of where you arrived. Talk to this guy by the name of Trasa, say about this circle of dead mushrooms, and then you can pay 80,000 coins and he will activate it for you. So once you've done that, you can access Zeah, of course, from Port Sarim, and you can also use this fairy ring under the code CIS. Now that you know how to get to Zeah, let's talk about the new kinds of content that is offered and how you access it. So there's tons of new skilling content in this batch of Zeah, and the way you use it is by joining a house, completing tasks for them, and earning favor. Once you've earned enough favor, they will allow you to access the new skilling areas. Now there are 5 different houses you can join. There is, and I'm probably going to butcher these, but there's Arceuus, Hosidius, Lovakengj, Piscarilius, and Shayzien. So now that you know the different houses, let's go ahead and talk about the pieces of content that are unlocked by earning favor for each of the houses. Firstly, the Shayzien House is a combat-related house, and by earning favor from them, you unlock the Lizard Man monsters, and you also unlock tiers 1 through 5 of the Shayzien armor, which is not very good, as the tier 5 armor has about the same defensive stats as black armor. Next is the Piscarilius House, which is a fishing-based house. Once you've earned enough favor from them and have level 82 fishing, you can catch anglerfish, which is food that heals you based on your hit points level. So if you have 99 hit points, an anglerfish will heal you 22 HP per, and it also can heal over your max HP, so it kind of acts like Cerebrus. Next is the Lovakengj House, which is a mining and smithing based house. Once you earn enough favor from these guys, you can mine Lovakite ore at level 65 mining, and you also can smith Lovakite bars at level 45 smithing, and you can also participate in blast mining at level 43 mining. The next house is the Arceuus House, and from what I can tell, the Arceuus House is going to be by far the most useful. This house has to do with magic, rune crafting, and prayer. Firstly, for rune crafting, if you have level 38 mining and level 38 crafting, you can mine dense essence. Now this dense essence is used to rune craft blood runes and soul runes, which require 77 and 90 rune crafting respectively. Now as far as magic and prayer go, you also unlock the Arceuus spellbook through the Arceuus House. Now what this spellbook has to offer is a reanimate spell. From what I've heard, all these reanimate spells do is bring a monster to life, you then kill this monster, and when you kill it, you get prayer XP. And the last house is the Hosidius House. The Hosidius House is based on farming and cooking. Once you've earned their favor, you can use the ranges in Hosidius, and you have a 5% reduced chance of burning food, and you also have a farming minigame called Tithe Farming. This is a very fast-paced minigame that gives you quite fast farming XP. So, you know what kind of content Zeah has to offer, but you're probably wondering how you access it. Well, it's actually extremely simple. Jax made this very user-friendly. If you go to this drop-down box up here where we were before, it'll show you your progress on each of the houses. But there's also a small button right here. If you click on this button, it actually opens up a task list. So it literally tells you exactly what you need to do at what percentage in order to unlock things. So say for example we're looking at the Arceuus House, I need to start off by assisting customers in the library, and as I earn more favor, I unlock new activities that I can do to earn more favor, and once I hit 100%, I can then create blood and soul runes. It really is quite simple. I think later in the episode I'll probably go to each of the houses and show you guys at the very least how to get started on the first one. But like I said, Jax made this very user-friendly. Just open up this task list and you can see exactly what you need to do to earn your favor and try the new activities. Earlier I recorded some clips of me earning Shayzien favor, and I'm going to throw those in the video as well just so you guys can get an idea of how easy it is. You simply just follow the tasks. So let's start off with the Shayzien House. The Shayzien House is located just southwest of the middle area. Come to this little tent right here that is just south of the combat ring, and you should see some boxes of bandages. Right click and click on Take Many, and then enter this building over here to the east and use the med packs on the injured soldiers to start building up some favor. So, keep on healing these wounded soldiers. You will gain 0.1% every single time you heal one. Do this until you hit 5%. Once you've hit 5%, you can go to the north and start killing some lizardmen. Killing lizardmen is quite easy. A very large part of this canyon... Oh my god, did I just get the thing? I just got the drop. Holy cow. Okay, so I was about to talk about that. Killing lizardmen is very, very easy, and the reason why you should stay here till 100% is because you want to hunt this amulet drop that I just got. This amulet allows you to actually teleport to Zeah, so even though the task list tells you to switch over to do something else, I would recommend staying here and killing lizardmen till you get 100%. Wow, I just got the freaking necklace. Okay, next I'll show you how to start the Arceuus House. The Arceuus House can be started by coming just north of the middle area to the library. Now once you're in the library, there should be lots of guys in purple, for example, Villa. I'm going to right click on him and click on Help, and he's going to ask for a book. For example, he wants The Journey of Rada by Grizel. So what I need to do is run around and search all these bookshelves until eventually I find the book that I need and then I can give it to them. Okay, the next house is the Hosidius House. This one is very easy to start as well. All you need to do is plow these fields. This is located just southeast of the middle area. There's the middle, and here is where the field is. All you do is click on the plow and it'll push it for you, and once it reaches the end, you run to the other side and you push it back. Now make sure you bring a hammer with you because sometimes these things can break, and if they do break, you need a hammer to fix it. But Hosidius, again, very easy to start. The next house is the Piscarilius House. To start this one, all you need to do is repair these fishing cranes. This is located just to the northeast of the middle. So what you need to do for this one is bring some steel nails, or just any nails, and some regular planks, and a hammer, and you can start repairing these fishing cranes. You get a pretty good amount of crafting XP, and you also get 0.1% for every repair you do on these, which seems to be kind of the constant with Zeah. Most actions give you 0.1%. So, starting the fifth and final house, which is the Lovakengj House, is actually very, very complicated. As of day of release right now, it is impossible to gain Lovakengj favor. And now I read this on Reddit directly from a JMod himself. He said the only way you can gain favor in that house is by making dynamite. The problem with that is making dynamite takes a long ass time, so nobody can actually access blast mining until tomorrow. But what you need to do is mine some of these logs. They're called juniper logs. I can't ran away, sorry. They're called juniper logs. Now these juniper trees are located within the Hosidius House, just southeast of the middle. So go ahead and shop an inventory of these juniper trees. Then run to the south down here and you're going to see some charcoal burners. When you get down here, you need to have a tinderbox and some money. Go ahead and use your juniper logs on the charcoal furnace and then light them. The guy's going to ask you for some money. Go ahead and pay him, of course, and then all we can do is wait for this to turn into the charcoal that we need to make the dynamite. And while you're waiting for that juniper coal to be made, you next need to go ahead and shovel some saltpetre. So come just a bit north once again of the charcoal furnaces and shovel this saltpetre. Now saltpetre is used in Hosidius House, but you're also going to need it to make some dynamite. So go ahead and shovel some of this and put it in your bank. And then once you're done with that, there's also one last thing to do that is a component of the dynamite. And the third and final component of making the dynamite for blast mining is to mine your volcanic sulfur. That is located in the far northwestern corner of Zeah, like all the way up here. You are going to need some food and either a Slayer helm or a face mask. These little dudes that fly around, they damage you like crazy, especially if you don't have a face mask on. They hit you like 4s and 5s, so with a face mask or Slayer helm, you only get hit 1s and 2s. But that's pretty much it, guys. Put those logs in the burner, get that process started, and start collecting some saltpetre and mining this, and a day later, you should be ready to do some blast mining. So, since I did get the Xeric's Talisman drop, I'll show you guys what it actually does. There's 3 teleports on it. The first one is Xeric's Lookout, which teleports you to this spot right here, which is next to the Shayzien House. The second teleport is Xeric's Glade, and I can see this one having some very practical uses. It puts you in Hosidius House, which is right next to a magic tree, so if you get a lot of charge on this thing, this could be a good place to cut magics. And then lastly, if you teleport to Xeric's Inferno, it puts you in the smithing area next to the blast mine. So before I go, I'd like to give you guys my overall thoughts on Zeah at the moment. Personally, I really love this update. It's catching a lot of hate, and that's fair. You know, it's not perfect. They put a lot of memes in here, which annoys some people because they really wanted to get into the lore of Zeah, and Jagex kind of ruined it by making a bunch of memes, which it is what it is. I don't really care about that personally. I guess one fair argument is that most of the houses are useless, and that's relatively true. The only house that's really useful at the moment is the Arceuus House. I believe as an Iron Man, you can make blood runes and get like 50k rune crafting XP per hour, which is incredible. So it definitely will have implications. Some of it wasn't executed perfectly, but I'm really enjoying it. You know, I was just looking around earlier and I found this little peninsula. There's like 10 snape grass here. Like, it's too far of a run, I think, for it to be a good way to collect snape grass, but there's just little things located all throughout the island that they really can be useful if you want it to be. I think people just are looking at this too negatively. One last thing I would like to know before I go. I realize we're playing old school RuneScape, so obviously graphics aren't exactly the focus, but can we at the very least acknowledge how gorgeous Zeah is? The design mods, I believe their names are Mod Ghost and Mod Alfred. They literally hit this fucking thing out of the park. Like, this place is absolutely gorgeous. So, my opinion on the first batch of Zeah, it looks cool. There's some slight implications, but some houses definitely need buffing if they're going to be used. Overall, I like it. I'm a big fan of Zeah, and remember, this is just the first batch. They're going to add so much more to this continent that I think this is an update that really could change the course of RuneScape, in my opinion. But with that, thank you guys very much for watching the video today. Hopefully, I gave you some information that you found useful. Leave a comment down below. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about Zeah. And I know this wasn't a super in-depth episode, but I'm thinking over the next couple of days here, I'm going to go super hard at Zeah, try and get 100% in every single house so I can give you guys a real in-depth guide on the best ways to get 100% in every house. So, guys, be sure to look out for that. Again, leave me your thoughts down below on Zeah, and with that, I will see you all later.